Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back on the NBA 2K20. I hope you guys are all having a great day. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build Victor Oladipo here in 2K20. Now, honestly, this is one of the hardest builds I have made, and to be honest, it's because Victor he's transitioned more into such an overall well-rounded player. This build is hard to create because, at first when he was on the Magic, he, was more of a dunker, more of an athletic type guy. He played for the Thunder for a while, then started to transition his game, learn a lot of things from Westbrook, and then when he got traded to Indiana Pacers, he ended up being more of a well-rounded player, and now he's taking shots and doing things like that, and he's still got his athleticism that he had prior, guys. So real quick, I know Victor Oladipo is a shooting guard. I'm gonna make this build a point guard though, just for badge purposes. Usually you get more badges when you make point guards in 2K20, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and pick a point guard. Now for the pie chart, guys, for this build, I feel like there's one that I love for this build, and it is the defending and shooting pie chart. This way you'll have good shooting stats, you'll have good defending stats, and you can also drive decently with this build. You can still dunk. You just don't get contact dunks, but eventually overall this height for this build, it's a very good build to have. You're able to shoot, you're able to defend. You can pretty much do everything. It's a very, very overall well-rounded build, so we're going to go with the defending and the shooting pie chart. Now guys, for the physical profile for this build, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the more vertical in the speed pie chart. We're going to take the vertical and speed pie chart for the physical profile. This way we'll be able to jump decently high, we'll have a good vertical, and then our speed is still really well. I just feel like that's more of a better overall option than the majority speed pie chart. To me, that difference of 4 speed doesn't make much of a difference compared to the difference of having a 13 in your vertical. So we are going to go with the vertical in the speed pie chart for our physical profile, guys. Now for our attributes for a Victor Oladipo build, you're obviously going to have these driving stats put up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up until we get 9 finishing badges, so at 34 there, we're going to leave that. Now I'm going to max out all of my shooting attributes, and I'm going to take this post fade down a little bit until we can still get 18, so we'll have 181. We're going to upgrade our pass accuracy, our ball handle, and then I want to do our perimeter D, our lateral quickness, our steals. Guys, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to mess with this post fade a little bit. I want to be able to see if we can get more defensive badges on this build, so I'm going to take this all the way up to a 57 to give us 16 shooting badges, and I'll throw these other 20 here on defensive rebounding to give us a total of 19 defensive badges there, so that way we're getting 19 defensive, 16 shooting, 10 playmaking, and 9 finishing, which overall badge count wise, that's very good for this build. You're getting a bunch of different badges, and you're not bad in any category. You don't have a category where you're really, really low in badges. So that's what we're going to go with the attributes for this, guys. The only thing I did is I switched my post fade and my defensive rebounding to give us more defensive badges. Now for the body shape, I'm just going to go with compact. That kind of reminds me of Victor Oladipo, but really I don't think this matters. It's more personal preference. We're just going to go with compact. Now Victor Oladipo is 6'4". I'm going to make this build 6'4". You can make it 6'4", whether or not it's a shooting guard or a point guard. I'm going to make him 6'4". This way to help with our interior D. We lose a speed, but we gain a strength. I feel like that inch is worth it since most guards are 6'5". You could, I guess, make this 6'5" if you'd like, but I am going to go ahead and make the build 6'4" to keep it true to Victor Oladipo. Now for the weight, Victor is 213 pounds. So for the minimum or the medium side weight is 195 pounds. I'm going to go up to 210, I think is what I'm going to go with. And that way at 210, it's an okay weight, and you're not losing any more excel. But I want to see if we can go down maybe a little bit more, and yeah, so I'm gonna go with 208. Really, the weight is more preference. I think 208 is a decent enough weight for this build, and it's close enough to his original weight. If we go 213, I feel like we take too much of a hit in our excel and our vertical, so I'm just gonna go with 208 pounds. Now for the wingspan, Victor's wingspan, it's listed at like 81 inches. I am not going to put it at 81 inches. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to minimize it or close to minimizing it. Now, the only reason for that is just because I want to be able to help our shooting stats even more. I just feel like that is going to be important with this build, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with 76.9, which is 1 away from the minimum, but that way we don't lose as much in our steal and our block, but we still get a decent boost to our ball handle and our our shooting stats. So we're gonna go with 76.9 there. Now you get the choice of 4 takeovers. You can either get spot up shooter, lockdown defender, playmaking, or shot creator. I feel like really you can go with any of these takeovers. It really depends who you're playing with and how you want to play the game. I feel like for a Victor Oladipo build, you're gonna go with the shot creating takeover, but I feel like the lock takeover is also a very, very good option if that's what you want to focus on. If you want to more focus on scoring, go with the shot creating. That way, if you either dunk or if you shoot the ball, you will be getting a boost to your takeover bar. But really, that's a good option. Any of these are good options for this build. Really depends how you want to play and who your teammates are. The lockdown takeover also is very good, but I'm gonna go with the shot creating takeover for this build, guys. And we can see what we did build here. We ended up building a 2-way sharpshooter. Now I know it doesn't say it's similar to Oladipo, and again, that's not what I'm concerned about. I feel like this player gives you a likeness, and it's similar to how Victor Oladipo plays in his attributes, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what badges I would go ahead and put on this build at a 99 overall. All right, guys, so we're gonna start it with these finishing badges. I'm gonna put contact finisher on Hall of Fame. Now again, a lot of my finishing badges are the same no matter what build I have. They're extremely similar. I usually don't change it too much. So guys, what I think I would do for these finishing badges is something like this. Now, if you guys look at Victor Oladipo's actual player build, he has a lot of bronze and silver badges. I feel like for this build, this is a very good option of badges. You can have fancy footwork on silver, consistent finisher on gold, consistent finisher, slithery, relentless, and giant slayer all on bronze. But overall, I feel like those badges will work really well together, and that way you can still do your hop steps fine with silver fancy footwork, and you'll be able to catch some bodies with gold contact finisher, guys. Now, for the playmaking badges, I'm going to go ahead and put quick first step on gold, space creator on gold, handles for days on gold, and then you have, or actually we'll go silver. Really, actually, I'll put handles for days on gold and the space creator on silver. Now, really, the other ones you can put on wherever you'd like. I'm going to put stop and go and unpluckable on. You can do whatever you'd like with the playmaking badges, but I would most likely do something similar to this for a Victor Oladipo build there. Now, for the shooting badges, guys, you can put these up to Hall of Fame if you'd like, but I'm gonna put quick draw on silver. Again, you can put that on up higher if that's what you prefer for your shooting badges and your jump shot speed. I really wish 2K would just make it where you could adjust your jump shot speed in the creator. Like, you could go from like a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the quickest and 0 being slower, and that way you wouldn't have to waste badge points on upgrading your shooting speed. So we're going to go ahead and throw that on there. I want Deadeye on here as well, along with difficult shots. Now, we have 4 of these left, and that's putting range extender on Hall of Fame. I mean, that's really more preference. I'm going to put catch and shoot on here. I'm going to put green machine on, and I want Hot Zone Hunter as well. Another badge I feel like you might want is Corner Specialist. Now, again, these are preferences more like how you like to play. If you're going to be shooting more deep threes, use range extender, but if not, don't use it. Deep fades would also be another good badge you could use if you're planning on shooting any fadeaways with this build. But overall, I feel like these are some good shooting badges to use for this. Now, guys, for the defensive badges, I feel like you're going to want Clamps. You're going to want Intimidator. You're going to want Interceptor. And as well as Pick Dodger, I'm going to put on bronze. Pickpocket, I'm going to put on bronze. I feel like you don't need to put these any higher than silver. I feel like it's completely unnecessary. And I feel like Chase Down Artist is something you're going to want. I'm going to throw that on gold. Another badge I feel like you would have for a Victor Oladipo build here is Trapper, because he is a defensive. He plays pretty well defensively. And then Rim Protector, again, to help with Chase Down Artist. That'll help with your whole takeover meter in general. And then we have these 2 badges left. You can go ahead and put these wherever you'd like. I feel like Pogo Stick is a really good answer for that last spot. Otherwise, you can just hire some of these. You can hire Pick Dodger and Pickpocket if you'd like, and put those up to silver. That way you got 2 Hall of Fame badges with Clamps and Intimidator. You have Gold Chase Down Artist, silver Interceptor, Pick Dodger, and Pickpocket, and then bronze Rim Protector and Trapper for this build, guys. I feel like these are some great badges for a Victor Oladipo type build. If you guys have any other players you guys would like me to build, put it on the comments below, and I want to apologize too for not uploading the past few days. I've just kind of been busy with things. I want to apologize for that, guys. But anyways, it's been King Clutch here. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and peace out, guys. Thanks.